to talk about idioms that you can use around the house. I chose a big list of English idioms that I hope you can use in your everyday life to talk about simple, everyday situations. I chose some that hopefully you haven't seen before, or maybe you have seen before, but you're not sure about what they mean. So we will talk about
What's wrong
them.
with
I have
socks? What's
13
wrong with you?
for
You
today.
stuck, are ya?
So we'll cover them all briefly in today's lesson. So as you join, please make sure to send a message in the chat if you are live. And of course, please make sure to like and share this video so that other people can find today's lesson. That would be super, super cool. As always, a couple of quick announcements for you. First and foremost, expression PDFs for you to download. This one's about cooking. Very important. So you can check these out, download these, download all of them if you want for free, and practice your vocabulary. It's good fun. You can put them on your fridge, put them on your desk, whatever you like to do. That's announcement number 1, and as always, announcement number 2. If you have questions for me, if you would like to send me a question about something different from today's lesson, or if you think of a question later as well too, that's great, send them to me for our Q&A, our question and answer series. This one, Ask Alicia. This is a screenshot. This is an old screenshot. I should maybe get a new one, but I will read your question and maybe choose it to answer. So you can send them to me at englishclass101.com/ask-Alicia, and I will check them out. Please know, I get many questions, so I may not get to yours for a long time, but I will see it at some point. So that's all for our announcements for today. I will come and say hello to you. It looks like YouTube is rolling. I'll say hello to you first, YouTube. Hi, everybody on YouTube. Sophia Passos, hello from Brazil. Hi, Brazil. I haven't said hi to Brazil in a while. Hi, Brazil. Great. Benjamin, hello, everybody. Naoki says bonjour. Hello. I don't know very much French. Okay. Facebook, I'm coming to see you too. Facebook, where are you, Facebook? Oh, there you are. Great. If you are just joining, yes, I am still broadcasting from home, but I am checking Facebook right here. So, hey, Facebook, I see you all. Christoph, hello. Clan, Claudia from Mexico. Very cool. Welcome. Cesar, hello. Sarabjit, hello. Suhailia. Hi, everybody. I hope I said your names correctly. Okay, great. Everyone is here. So, a quick reminder again, please like this video. Please like the video so other people can find it. Yeah, that's super, super helpful for us. Okay, so let's continue. Up. Is Facebook okay? Facebook. Okay, good. Facebook is okay. Everyone is here, so I'll show you today's lesson boards. Here are today's lesson boards. These are the idioms I have chosen. I have chosen 13, I think. I just chose some that I think are really fun and interesting and useful that I use as well. So these are all of the idioms we're going to talk about today. And then I'm going to give a short explanation and some examples of each one. But please send me your examples in the chat. And also, I was thinking too, if you have an idiom that's similar to the English idiom in your language or in a language that you know, you can send that in the chat. Those are really fun to compare, I think. So let's get started. Okay, my first one is, which one did I say was going to be the first one? I forgot. I have so many. Let me see. Okay, good. Let's get to this one first. All right, first list. We're going to start with something positive for today. First idiom for today comes from baseball. A lot of idioms, you'll notice, are kind of sports-related idioms. So this will be kind of a common theme in today's lesson, some sport-related expressions. So let's take a look at this first one. This one is knock it out of the park. To knock it out of the park, or to knock something out of the park, means to do something extremely well. To do something extremely well, or to do something very, very well. So this expression is a baseball-related expression, yeah? To knock something means like to hit something quickly, usually. Like we can say, I knocked my board over when I was running by, for example. However, this knock, to knock, comes from baseball, like to hit a ball, to knock a baseball. Out of the park means outside of the baseball park, outside of the baseball stadium. So that's a good thing in baseball, right? Like, that's the best thing, a home run. So that means when we use this expression, we are referring to something that is very good, very positive, very, very well done. So, for example, if you want to compliment someone's cooking, for example, past tense, knocked it out of the park. Or, this dinner is amazing. You knocked it out of the park. That means you did something extremely well. So you can use this to compliment someone. Okay, good. Let's go to the next one. The next one is a really funny expression. This next one is backseat driver. Backseat driver. Okay, so a backseat driver. It's short, right? Backseat. So imagine a car, yeah? So in your car, there's a front seat and a back seat, yeah? In the front seat is where the driver sits, yeah? In the back seat is the passenger. So a backseat driver is someone who's not in charge, they're not in control, but they give lots of like advice and instructions, and you don't ask for it. It's really like irritating. So we call that type of person a backseat driver. So in your life, you can imagine, let's say for example, you're cooking something, and someone is in the kitchen. They're not helping you, they're not cooking, but they're telling you what to do. Like, cut the onions this way, or put this in, or don't use that. That's a backseat driver in your kitchen. So you can use this expression to talk about someone who is not in charge or someone who is not in control of the situation, but they give lots of unasked for advice and lots of like instructions. And you're like, oh, it's so irritating. So that's called a backseat driver. Maybe you have a backseat driver in your house. Everybody does this sometimes. Everybody does this sometimes. So, fun expression. Okay. Oh, great. Lots of you are writing good expressions with knock it out of the park. Good. Bhavna says we are here to work on knocking it out of the park in English. Great job. Maria says you knock YouTube out of the park. Oh, thank you. That's super nice. Kanwaljeet says I had an English test and I knocked it out of the park. Perfect. Great job, everybody. Bhavna also says, my sister is a backseat driver. That's pretty funny. Good examples, everyone. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, this next one. I used this expression on my Instagram yesterday when I told you about today's live stream. I said, you can join live or watch later. I said, you can watch on YouTube. And then I said, you know the drill. You know the drill. This is a very common expression, and I use this expression a lot. I think I use this a lot online, in live streams, on Instagram, and so on, which means you know this routine. So a drill means like a concentrated practice. So yes, we have like a drill. Maybe you know the tool we use for construction, but this drill is different. This means routine, or like focused practice, or like the same thing you always do. In this case, our routine is joining the live stream every week, right? Many of you have a routine. So it's a drill. We can use it to mean sort of like concentrated practice. So when someone says, you know the drill, it means you understand the routine, or I expect you understand this exercise. So in my example yesterday, I said, like, join live, watch later. You can swipe up here for the YouTube lesson. You know the drill. Like, you already know. I expect you already know this experience. So this is a very good way to express that you know someone else knows a routine. So this is a very common expression you can use when you are doing something regular. Okay, I don't see other questions, so I'll continue. Last one for this. Another very common one. I use this in many different situations. This expression is to hit a wall. To hit a wall. To hit a wall means to reach a point where it's difficult to continue. To hit a wall. So imagine, like, physically, you could say you're running and you meet a wall. this doesn't mean you physically meet a wall, yeah? It means mentally inside your mind. So for example, when you're studying, like maybe you tried to study for 2 hours and you get really tired. And at that point, it's difficult to continue. You can say, oh, I hit a wall with my studies. We use with in this expression. I hit a wall with my studies. Or maybe when you're eating, you're eating something super delicious and it's so good and you want to eat more, but you're so full. You can say, oh, I hit a wall. I can't eat anymore. So this is a great expression to use in many situations where you can't continue. It doesn't mean physically hitting a wall, I hope. I hope you don't hit a wall physically, but it means the condition in your life, the condition in your situation. Okay, I'm looking for your questions. Someone said, where's your Instagram? My Instagram, I think, is in the YouTube description. If not, I'll add it there later. I hit a wall with my admissions in university. Good example. I'm looking for other examples. Someone on Facebook is writing the same thing. Don't flood the chat. Don't write the same thing on Facebook or YouTube, please. Sunlight is hitting the camera. Look at this beautiful ray of sunlight. It's very bright and beautiful here today. Okay, so that's our first list for today. I'm going to stop there and take a quick break, and then we'll continue on. Oh, good example. Imed Shkiri, on Facebook said, in terms of economic crises, some countries hit the wall. Good job. Nice one. AJ Gabriel says, I know the drill to always turn on these live notifications. Perfect. Maria says, so you can use hit in present and past tense? Yes, the past tense of hit is hit. No change there. Great one, right? Okay, let's take a short break and then we'll go to group 2 for today. So in case you missed it, as always, free stuff. Check the link below the video on YouTube or above the video if you're watching on Facebook to get free PDFs. But here's one about sports. I need to exercise. Everybody needs to exercise. There's some good vocabulary here you can use. You can pick up whatever interests you, pet-related vocabulary. Check it out. You can download all of them for free. So you need your name and your email address, and then after you log in, sometimes there's a screen with more information if you want to make a study plan, like make a different study plan, but go to the bottom of that page. There's a link to get all the free stuff. Okay. If you are just joining, today's lesson is about idioms. We are talking about idioms to use around the house. Welcome if you are just joining live. So we're going to continue to part 2. Of course, please make sure to like and share the video so other people can watch today's lesson. Okay, I'll show you again today's lesson boards. If you want to take a screenshot, get ready. Here we go. Ta-da! Okay, so this was group 1. Now let's go to group 2. Group 2. Continuing on. All right. Great questions and examples, by the way. Fantastic. Okay. Let's go to this next group. First one. This expression, another common one, is to wake up on the wrong side of the bed. To wake up on the wrong side of the bed means to be in a bad mood. To be in a bad mood. So, the idea here, to wake up on the wrong side of the bed, I mean, maybe that happens to you. It's unrelated. But this means, it's like saying from the moment your eyes opened in the morning, you were not normal. Like you were mentally in a bad place. So to wake up on the wrong side of the bed means to be in a bad mood. So sometimes you'll hear like family members ask someone, like when I was a little kid and I was in a bad mood, my mom asked me, she would ask me, did you wake up on the wrong side of the bed today? So it's asking, are you in a bad mood? It's kind of like, but using this expression is a little more fun. Instead of saying, why are you in a bad mood? It's like, what happened? Like, this is a little more friendly and kind of cute. So you can use this if you notice someone is in a bad mood. You can say, did you wake up on the wrong side of the bed today? To show you can see the other person is unhappy. Is that even English? Yes, it is. It is very much English. Okay, I don't see questions. Let's continue. Next is get your house in order. To get your house in order. So in order means organized, like nice, clean, tidy. Yeah? So to get your house in order, of course, we can use this to mean like to clean our home. We can use it to mean to organize our home. But we also use this to mean to organize your life. Like maybe you have many tasks to do. Like you have to pay some bills and you have to go to, like run some errands, whatever. You have a few tasks you need to do. Like usually kind of small tasks. You need to take care of these. You can say, I need to get my house in order, or he needs to get his house in order. So generally we use it when we talk about ourselves. Like I typically don't use this expression to talk about other people's lives. I use it to express the things I need to take care of. Like, oh, I need to get my house in order. I haven't taken care of these things in a week. So to get your house in order means to organize your house and your life. Javier, can I say I got up with the left foot? In English, no. Maybe in your language you have that expression, but we do not have that expression. I got up with the left foot. No. Chozin says, I woke up on the wrong side of the bed today. Oh no! So that means you are in a bad mood. I hope you're not in a bad mood. Ahmed on Facebook says, most of the time I wake up on the wrong side of the bed. Oh no! Oh no! Maybe you should have a warm cup of coffee or tea in the morning to improve your mood. Yeah. Yeah, interesting. Someone else on Facebook says, I wake up on the left foot. Is that an expression? What language is that expression from? We don't have that expression in English, the left foot expression. I'm very curious. Okay, let's go. Let's go to the next one. The next one is an interesting one. To go out on a limb. To go out on a limb. This word is limb. What is a limb? Please, okay, limb, imagine a tree. So a tree has branches, right? The word we use to talk about a tree's branches is limb, a limb. So when we say we go out on a limb, imagine crawling out on a tree branch. It's dangerous, right? You might fall off. You might make a mistake. This expression, to go out on a limb, means to say something that might not be true. You're not sure. It might be wrong. It might be bad. You're not sure. So you use this expression to mean, I'm going to say something and I'm not sure about it. It might not be right. That's what this expression means. So we use this when we're like sharing new information. Like, I'm gonna go out on a limb here is a very common expression. I use this. I'm gonna go out on a limb here. So that here means about this point. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say blah, blah, blah. So it means I'm not sure, but also sometimes people use this one sarcastically. To me, like they use this before something they're very sure is true, but they'd use it to be funny. Oh, someone said what that expression was from. That was from Spanish. The left foot is a Spanish expression. Oh, okay. I learned something today. So, to go out on a limb. So, what's a good example of this? Like, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that that expression was from Vietnamese, for example. Like, it's like I'm putting myself in a dangerous situation or an uncertain situation. So, I know it's not true, obviously. But if I want to make a guess, I could say this. It's not like fake news, Kaio. It's not really about it's like when you want to, like something at work, maybe. Like, I'm going to go out on a limb here and guess our project was canceled. Like, or maybe that's not the best expression. So it's kind of when we're like, we feel like there's some risk in what we are saying. Like, we're not sure about our own idea. So we use it a little bit more to talk about ourselves. Yes, it can mean like to take a risk. Exactly. Okay, very nice. Let's go to the next one. This one, another super common expression. Something rings a bell. So it rings a bell or that rings a bell That means it sounds familiar. Sounds familiar. Something sounds familiar. Like, I've heard that before. So if someone says, do you know so-and-so? Or have you heard of such and such thing? You might say, that rings a bell. So that's like saying, maybe I've heard it. I feel like I heard it somewhere, but I don't remember. So this is super useful when you think, maybe I know that thing, maybe I've heard of that, but I'm not sure. You can say, oh yeah, that rings a bell, or it rings a bell, I'm not sure though. So that's the feeling you have when you use this expression, when you're not sure, but you want to express that you feel some kind of connection. That rings a bell. That rings a bell. Aurelia says, are you going to save this live video on YouTube? Yes, all of these videos are saved on YouTube. You can watch it at any time. Bhavna says, English Class 101 is ring a bell. So no is there. English Class 101 rings a bell for me these days, but that means English Class 101 sounds familiar. We use sounds familiar when we hear the name of something. Like we hear a musical artist, or we hear of a movie, we hear maybe of a YouTube channel, and we just want to say, I think I've heard of that before. Okay, onward. Let's continue. So it doesn't just mean I know that thing. We use it when we're like refreshing our memory, kind of. Okay, on to the next one. This one, maybe many of you are experiencing these days. To burn the candle at both ends. To burn the candle at both ends. I have a candle. I'm going to grab it. Okay. To burn the candle at both ends means, first of all, to work very hard or to be very busy. So what is the image here? So if you imagine a candle, right? I won't show the brand. You imagine you have a candle. Usually you light one end of the candle, yeah? And it burns just one direction. When you light the candle at both ends, this expression, it's like one side is on fire and the other side is on fire. So the candle disappears very quickly. So this means you are working very hard and you're very, very busy, but your energy is going away very fast. So this means like you are doing too much. So if you know somebody who's working really, really hard, or their life is super fast paced or something, you might say, he's burning the candle at both ends. So it's like it's too much. That person's energy is going away too quickly, like a candle lit on both sides. Okay. All right. I don't see other questions. Min says, I was burning the candle at both ends this year. Yeah, I think for a lot of people, a lot of us had that experience of trying to do many things and using a lot of our energy this year. Maybe many people. Jasmine says, I'm burning the candle at both ends with my school. Oh, yeah, for sure. Super stressful, but good luck, yeah? Okay. Great examples, everybody. Okay, let's go to, oh, that's it. That's it for this one. Okay, we'll take a quick break and then we'll go to the last group of 4, last ones. I hope these are interesting and useful for you right now. Okay, quick break and then we'll continue to the last part of today's lesson. If you're just joining, please make sure to like and share this video so other people can find and join today's lesson. If you missed it, there's free stuff for you below the video, the PDFs I'm pointing at here. Check them out if you're watching on YouTube, below the video, above the video. If you're watching on Facebook, what did I show you? Here are some other, oh, I showed you the cooking one already. I'm fond of the cooking one. Ooh, this one's good. Time planning, planning your time. We talked about making study schedules last week, so this could be a good refresher if you joined last week's live lesson. All right, so let's go to the last part. I will show you today's lesson boards. Again, you can take a picture. Get ready. You can take a picture. Now, this will be the last group right here. We're going to talk about 4 more expressions you can use, hopefully, in your everyday life. Let's continue. All right, so a few more idioms to use around the house. Oseas says, can we use the last expression in whatever tense? To burn the candle? Yes, like he burned the candle at both ends. Yeah, you could say that in past tense. We tend to use it in progressive a lot. Like, oh, he is burning the candle at both ends, like right now. Okay, onwards. Let's go. Next expression. Up for grabs. Up for grabs. This is a really fun one. I like this one. Something that is up for grabs. So we do not use this really to talk about people. I don't know. Maybe if you're really like a really aggressive dater, I don't know. But usually we use this for objects and for opportunities. Something is up for grabs means something that is available for anyone to take. So grab, this word, grab, is a verb, yeah? To grab something means to quickly take something. Up for grabs. So grabs, I know that sounds weird, grab is a verb, right? But this is a set expression. Up for grabs means it's available to take, available for anyone to take. So you might say about maybe some food you made, like, oh yeah, I made a bunch of food and I brought it to the party. It's all up for grabs. Means anyone can take it. It's all up for grabs. Or for an opportunity, like, oh, did you hear? She's leaving her job. That means it's up for grabs. So that means anyone can take it. Yeah? This is a really fun expression. I like this one. It's up for grabs. Okay. All right, carrying on. This next one, this one kind of similar to burning the candle at both ends. To have irons in the fire. To have irons in the fire. This is a common expression with an interesting image. So iron. Iron means like metal. So imagine you're making a sword, yeah? Imagine you're making a sword. In order to make a sword, we use metal. We put it in fire to prepare it, yeah? We have to prepare it to make it, for the making process. We are getting it hot in order to make something. So this expression, to have irons in the fire, I might say, I have irons in the fire, means to be working on something or making progress on something. To be working on something or making progress on something. So it's like you are in the preparing stage for something. You're getting something ready to do something, like making a sword in this case. To have irons in the fire, or I have lots of irons in the fire, means I am preparing many different projects. So you might hear someone say, I have lots of irons in the fire right now, which means I'm working on many things, or I'm preparing about many things. Okay, good. Tuweer says we've got a bunch of drinks up for grabs in the fridge. Good, nice, yeah, up for grabs. Good, good, good. Okay, sounds nice. Someone said, Javier says there are some flowers up for grabs on the way. That could work. Just make sure when you use up for grabs, it means like it's okay to take that thing. Like this is not about like stealing stealing things. Just make sure to use it when it's clear, like it's okay to take that thing, or it's okay to try to get something. Okay? All right. I have irons in the fire to my homework. Good point. So irons in the fire we don't use for everyday tasks, actually. To have irons in the fire is something we use for like upcoming projects or like an upcoming idea. So if you, for example, are thinking of starting, you're thinking of starting a business, or you're thinking of starting a new project, and you just started preparing, you just started like sending emails, or you just started building your team. That's a situation we would say you have irons in the fire. So it's like behind the scenes. We don't use this for everyday tasks, really. Okay. All right, let's continue. Yeah, irons in the fire can be a little bit confusing. I would recommend like try a quick Google search to see the kinds of situations that people use this in for a little bit more explanation. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's continue to the next one. Under wraps. Under wraps. So something that is under wraps is secret. Something that is secret. So imagine this expression, wraps. Maybe you know wrapping paper, like presents. Yeah. Under something that is under wraps is under, like you can imagine, wrapping paper. That means it's secret. So we use this for plans, like the upcoming budget changes are under wraps, for example, or that project is under wraps. All of that is secret. So if you hear under wraps, and don't forget this S when you use this, it means that something is secret. Something is secret. Okay. Oh, Virginia has a great example on Facebook. She says, I have many irons in the fire, so I'll be burning a candle at both ends soon. I would say I'll be burning a candle at both ends very soon, maybe in the future. Nice example, Virginia. Great work. Jose says, does the up for grab expression also apply when you go somewhere and they have candies available to be taken? Yes. That's fine. You could say, hey, all that candy's up for grab. like you can grab that stuff. So the key there is that it's clear. There's a clear opportunity to take those things. That's the idea. All right, let's go to the last one. Oh my gosh, I'm late. I have to go to the last one. So the last one, I chose this one for the last expression. Call it a day. Call it a day. To call it a day means to decide the day is done, to decide you're finished. Call it a day, like today is finished here. We use this at the end of the day, like at work, maybe at school. You can use it at home too, after cleaning or after making dinner, whatever. You are finished for the day. You want to decide, you're done. You say, usually, let's call it a day. You can use this in command form too. Call it a day. You had a long day today. So this means finish, to be finished with the day. So we could say this, I guess, we wouldn't really say this for like the live lesson. We would say, in this case, call it good or call it done. Let's call it done. So let's say it's finished. We can use that if it's not the end of the day. Phew, all right, that was a lot. So I'll finish there for now. I'll show you one more time today's lesson board so that you can take a picture. Here you are, if you want to take a screenshot. This is our list of idioms for around the house we talked about today. So I hope that you found something that was useful for you. I hope that you picked up a few idioms that you can use in your everyday life around your house, with your family, your roommates, coworkers, whatever. I'm looking for your questions. I don't see other questions, specific questions. Okay, so we'll finish there. So I won't say I'll call it a day because today is depending on where you are. There's different time zones, right? So I'll say I'll call it good. We'll call it good there. So that means call it finished. I'm going to say this is finished. Call it done. But next week, of course, I'll be back next week. Here is next week's lesson information. Next week, I'll be back November 11th, Wednesday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is New York City time. Please Google it or set a notification so that you can join when you're ready. The topic will be how to make basic comparisons. I'm going to do some basic grammar review, adjectives and nouns. I'm going to cover adjective and noun comparisons. I have some videos on the English Class 101 YouTube channel. You can check it out, you can review and prepare for next week's lesson, so you can send me your awesome questions and example sentences. All right. We are going to finish. Let's call it done there. Thanks everybody for joining me again live. Super fun as always. Couple questions at the end because I have like a minute left. Yes, everybody's saying let's call it a day. Good. This is a good situation to use that. If it's not the end of the day, as I said, use call it good or call it done. Do you have Instagram? Yes, check the YouTube description. Maria says, to have irons in the fire, could that mean irons like ideas in your mind? Yeah, you could say that we usually use irons in the fire for things we're actually making progress on, not just for ideas. Okay. All right, I think that's it. So let's finish there. Thanks everybody for liking and sharing the video. Thanks very much for your great questions and your awesome example sentences. I will see you again next week. Have a great day, have a great night, and I will see you again next time. Bye.